Greetings everyone and welcome. I'm your host Captain Rye, and in today's video I'm keeping with the theme for the week, and that is the Underdog. Bottom tier, this time playing in the Tier 6 Premium Commonwealth Cruiser HMAS Perth, here in World of Warships. As the battle gets underway, it's North. It is the revamped version of North, and it is Domination Match Mode. Now, I've spawned closest to the A cap point, so the A cap point is where I'm going to head. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, I am bottom tier. I am a Tier 6 cruiser, a Tier 6 light cruiser, without a heel, in a Tier 8 game, with a lot of big angry battleship guns. So, I do have to be very cautious as I push up here. Now, I have the advantage of that creeping smokescreen. I do have the advantage of a long life catapult fighter for some spotting, and of course some hydroacoustic if I need it. The enemy team starts off with an advantage to their destroyers. They do have that advantage, so it is going to be imperative that we go and find and hunt down those destroyers quickly. As I start pushing up here, that's when enemy cruiser pops up and an enemy destroyer smokescreen being laid down. So that tells me everything that I need to know. One, there is a cruiser over here that has radar. Two, there is a destroyer over here who is laying a smokescreen, and he was within range to detect me. So there's the T-61, dangerous destroyer to deal with. If you've played it, you'll know. If you played against it, you might not know, but it is dangerous. I'm going to go ahead and get myself turned around, basically just using my smokescreen as a block right now. Not going to try and sit in it, hide in it, or otherwise creep along with it, because the enemy Cleveland is right there. Now, that's a Tier 8 U.S. light cruiser. His rate of fire will vastly outstrip me. He can cause me a lot of problems, and more importantly, he has radar. But he doesn't seem to be particularly interested in using the radar at this point, nor does he seem to be particularly interested in doing much of anything, as he continues to sail in a straight line and allows himself to be shot at by not one, but two light cruisers that are 2 tiers below him. And it looks like if he keeps going, I might actually secure a kill. Nope, didn't get the first blood on him, but I would have hit him with at least one torpedo, which would have secured the first blood for me. A little bit disappointed there that I didn't get it, but at the same time, very dangerous Tier 8 cruiser is now dead, and that gives us an advantage to our destroyers, because that means that's one fewer radar ships that they have to worry about. Speaking of enemy destroyers, there's that T-61 again, exposing himself by firing his guns, and our destroyer is within range. He can see him, so he's spotting him for us. Now, smokescreen's about to wear out here, and unfortunately I didn't really play with the smokescreen particularly well on this first engagement, but I do have it for a little bit longer here, so I'm going to keep using it, slow back down, and then creep along in it, and try and get some shots off here at this next mechs. Already set him on fire once, would like to get more fires there. Shots coming in from the Lion could be potentially disastrous. He's basically blind firing in the smoke, hoping to hit somebody. He's already dinged me once. It looks like he's dinged Leander a little bit as well. Smokescreen has worn off, and I am going to go ahead and keep firing because I'm putting an island between myself and all of those big, nasty guns. Currently still detected, so I know that T-61 is somewhere in line of sight, or another destroyer, and then finally drop off detectability. But you'll notice that my team has given up control of both the B and C cap point to the enemy. In spite of taking a first blood and an early lead in the points, the enemy team has now effectively wiped out that points lead as they take the lead by having those caps. We do have a vast majority of our team at the A cap point, so what needs to happen is our friendly destroyer up there needs to stay in the A cap point, and all of those ships down there clustered together really do need to take the initiative and push and support our destroyer as well. In the meantime, we also have ships heading into the B cap point and taking it from the enemy as well, and that's kind of pretty much where I'm going to head now. Unfortunately, not anything that I can shoot at the moment, as this T-61 maintains the island as cover between him and myself. Don't get the kill on the New Mexico there, but he did flood out. Now, he was burning. I think he put the burning damage out and then got hit hit with a torpedo, which ultimately finished him off. Don't get into the B-cap point in time to help cap it, and it does look like our friendly destroyer is being shot at, so somebody's detecting him. They do see it. Enemy team manages to kill one of our battleships as well at this point, so now they're really in the points lead. But hopefully we can correct that soon enough. Firing off at the La Glaçonnière there, the French Tier 6 Baguette. He can easily outmatch me for firepower, given the fact that he has 9 6-inch guns. He also has 9-kilometer torpedoes, so I need to be careful there. And I need to be careful how I approach him, because if I give too much broadside, he can and will smack me. Although, right now, it kind of looks like he might have had his rudder knocked out here, because he keeps sailing in circles. Anyway, as he continues to do that, I'm going to keep my armor piercing loaded, and I'm going to try and get some good old Citadel action on him and finish him off. Come on. Present broadside for me, make it nice and easy. Will this be enough? Yes, that is enough. No Citadels, though, but it is enough. And now with him dead, I can put the fire out, and I can pop a smoke screen. Unfortunately, I already used my damage control, so the fire will burn for another 10 seconds. Luckily, I'm in a cruiser, which means it won't burn too long. Enemy destroyer pops up behind me. I'm not too worried about him because it's the Asasio, which means he's got deep water torpedoes that cannot actually hit me. But I did fire off torpedoes down there. You never know, might get lucky, might hit him. In the meantime, T-61 has popped up. I can expect torpedoes to come from him at some point, but it does look like he's too motivated to try and pop a smokescreen himself. I have popped my hydroacoustic here so that I can spot any torpedoes coming my direction, as well as spot him if he gets close enough. Finish him off there just as he drops off detectability, fired those shots out, so finishing him off. It also appears that he is not aware that the Perth smokescreen is specifically designed to creep along with it. As we will see, there should be some torpedoes in the water right about now, and they are easily going to go well behind me. Firing off at the other enemy destroyer, the Farragut Tier 6 destroyer. They're going to try and secure the kill on him, but it doesn't look like it's really necessary. He's burning down quite rapidly there, and I'm having trouble actually landing hits on him at this point. So these shots will probably be the last that I'm going to fire at him, but in the meantime, I can fire at the Leon. Managed to actually secure the kill on that Farragut there, kind of surprising, but I'll take it. There's 3 hits, 3 ships killed there. My team is now positively in the lead here, as we have a massive ship's advantage, taking out 2 of their 3 destroyers, although they still have a Tier 8 destroyer. Now, my smokescreen is going to wear off here, and I want to get around this island quickly, as there is a Leander and a York, both effectively broadsiding for me. Close enough to the Leander, secondaries are opening up. Is something that rarely ever happens here. Of course, his secondaries can also shoot at me, and I have my armor piercing loaded specifically so that I can shoot at the Leander, because I know I can penetrate his armor. The York is a heavy cruiser, so probably not. There's a double Citadel, knocked his engine out. That's going to cause him some problems. It looks like he's not paying attention to me, so he's probably not fully aware that this was coming out. They're earning the 4-goal Hull Award for 4 ships killed in a battle. And now I've got myself between a rock and a hard place. I've got a Tier 7 heavy cruiser whose armor piercing can absolutely overmatch me and penetrate and cause some problems. And I've got a Tier 8 battleship that could effectively one-shot me at this point. Trying to keep angled against the York because, well, the York is the only thing I can actually angle against. Then again, the York is also firing high explosive. So long as the North Carolina there decides to, well, ignore me, I'll be fine. Keeping my armor piercing loaded, thought he was going to make more of a turn to starboard there, cause him a lot of damage, but not enough to kill him, and then he keeps going. So this is going to finish him off. There's my Kraken Unleashed. And sure enough, the Tier 8 battleship decided to take shots at me. Luckily, he must have missed at least half of his shots there, because still alive. And it doesn't seem like he citadeled me, although he definitely did do some penetration damage. Now he's back behind this island. He's still taking a lot of fire from a lot of different ships back over here, and I've got my torpedo tubes on the other side available. Luckily for me, I was in the middle of a turn when I had my rudder knocked out there, so was able to get those torpedoes away. Unluckily for me, it means I'm turning back around right towards this guy. Fortunately, his guns are not pointed at me just yet. And with any luck, he'll keep sailing in a straight line and I'll hit some torpedoes. I always love hitting torpedoes. And then he takes a big hit there. Doesn't have a lot of health left, so I want to secure the kill. Gonna fire off these shots. The high explosives should do it if they hit him, and they do finish him off. There is kill number 6. Half of the enemy team belongs at the bottom because of me. Surprisingly enough, in a bottom tier cruiser. And now there are just 3 left. There's the tier 7 British battleship, the Monarch, who's not got a lot of health left, and he's engaging our battleships and cruisers down below the B cap point. There is still the Asasio left, but remember, we're not worried about his torpedoes because they can't actually hit me. However, they can hit the battleship that's back down over there. And there is a tier 6 New Mexico left as well. There's the Asasio. He's popped up there. This is both good and bad. If he pops up, it basically means there are going to be torpedoes in the water. So our battleships back over here do need to be concerned, especially our friendly New Mexico. But it also means that he's spotted, so our ships, like the Aoba there, can shoot at him. And it does look like he was being shot at. He did take some damage. The question is, can the New Mexico hold his fire and wait for this guy to make a move on him from behind that island? And if so, can he kill him outright if he's got armor piercing loaded? Possibly. Looks like the Monarch is going to burn down there. He's not got a lot of health left. Nope, he's going to start recovering that. He's going to use his print a new ship ability. Fire off at the Asasio with the forward turrets. That's going to reveal my position there. But as you can see, those are going to miss completely as he changes direction. Again, he's going to use the island as cover. The New Mexico's actually spotting him from behind the island. Not via proximity, but because he's got his catapult scout up there. Now that's good. If the New Mexico can pump a whole lot of shots into him. He doesn't kill him outright, but the supporting fire from the friendly destroyer and the cruiser and the other battleship are going to be enough to kill him, but not before he gets a full set of torpedoes into the New Mexico. So he takes out the New Mexico, but he loses himself in the process. Probably just wanted to do damage there on what is, at this point, a very clear losing battle. The Monarch back over there has recovered its health, but not a lot here. I'm just outside of range to shoot at the New Mexico, so I'm going to take some speculative shots off here. Hopefully the New Mexico isn't moving quickly enough I can hit him, and I can set him on fire. I certainly love setting fires. And I'm hoping that the Shiriatsu up there can get shots onto that Monarch. Well, the Monarch's dead, and the Shiriatsu does have torpedoes out, and from the looks of it, they're actually heading to the New Mexico. There's the fire I was hoping to set, causing some damage. Come on, get a little bit more damage done in this game, just a little bit more, and that's going to be it as the Shiriatsu's torpedoes connect and finish off that New Mexico. Overall, though, a very, very good battle there. 70,900 damage, just shy of 71,000. 6 kills, 3 citadels, 5 fire set. No caps, though. But that doesn't matter. Confederate for goal haul and Kraken Unleashed in this game for me. Because I was bottom tier and because of a lot of what I took out was tier 8s, oddly enough, without getting any caps or torpedo hits, top of the team for XP earned at 1,700 base. Also, surprisingly enough, another tier 6 cruiser, bottom tier cruiser, the Aoba, second on the team for experience earned. Look at that, 1,600 base. Anyway, that's it for today's video, folks. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below if you feel so inclined. And don't forget to hit the bell notification icon so that you know when I have a new video out. If you've got a replay like this one that you'd like to have me take a look at or see featured on my channel, you can send it to my email. If you'd like to get semi-regular channel news and updates, you can do so by following me on Facebook. And if you'd like to watch me play various games live, you can do so by following me on Twitch. You can find the links for all of those in the video description down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.